This is Chris Elliott with RE/MAX Action Real Estate coming at you today with another real estate quick tip. So today we're going to be doing one for buyers. What are we talking about today? No, actually today's going to be one that's for both buyers and sellers. Today I'm going to be explaining the Central Virginia Multiple Listing Service Contract Inspection Period. So basically we're going to be spelling out how the inspection period is handled in our area. I'm going to do my best to make sure this is not a 15-minute video. I will say that if there's any issues to be had, anybody that's gone through the process can tell you the inspection period could probably be one of the most painful periods of a purchase or a sale. It's one of the most stressful. If a deal's ever going to get rocky or fall apart, the majority of issues that we see come out of the inspection period. So let's just explain it so you know kind of what happens. So once a buyer gets a property under contract, the majority of times they're going to have an inspection period. Usually in our marketplace, it's anywhere from 7 to 14 days. We're seeing it more in that 10 to 14 day range at the time of this filming, just because it's a hot market. These inspectors are busy, so it's taking a little bit longer to book an inspector. But within the first 14 days, let's call it, whatever's negotiated, a buyer has to come out and do their property inspection. So their agent's going to schedule a home inspection with a professional home inspector. They're going to reach out to the seller's agent and say, hey, we want to come over on Monday at 3 o'clock to do our inspection. Inspection lasts about 2 to 3 hours, and then that inspector writes a 3-inch book on everything that's wrong with the house. Sometimes legitimate items, sometimes illegitimate items. But they are required during their inspection period, whatever time frame was negotiated, to present to a seller any repairs requests, so items that they want to see fixed or money that they would like to see in lieu of repairs, a copy of that professional home inspection report, and an estimate of what those repairs are going to be. They have to present all three of those things. If they don't present all three of those things, technically per the contract, they've agreed to take that property as is. Now, once they've presented their repairs request, that activates a 7-day negotiation period. So basically, buyer and seller both have 7 days to come to an agreement on those repairs. So the buyer presents a repairs addendum that says, hey, we want these things fixed, or we want this money in lieu of repairs, or a combination of both. And then essentially they go back and forth, gives the seller a little bit of time to get some estimates, to think about things, to come up with a response, to get quotes. But they've got that 7-day period. Now, during that 7-day period, it is a negotiation, and just like a contract negotiation, keep in mind, if you reject a person's offer, you counter a buyer's offer, a seller's offer, it's just like a regular contract negotiation where you can't go back technically and enforce that first offer. So that's a little side note. But anyway, so you've got that 7-day period to come to an agreement. If you do come to an agreement, that's great. Everybody signs off. You proceed to closing. If you don't come to an agreement within those 7 days, there's another 2-day holdover period. So if you don't come to an agreement within 7 days, by 5 p.m. on the 7th day, the buyer or the seller has an option to go ahead and terminate the contract, meaning they can say, hey, we have not come to a conclusion, so we can go ahead and terminate and go our separate ways. If they do not come to, if nobody does anything, if nobody terminates after 5 p.m. on the 7th day, by 5 p.m. on the 9th day, if no agreement has come to, if nobody's come to a formal written agreement, the contract automatically terminates and both parties can go their separate ways. So that was the home inspection period explained. Obviously, there's a lot of nuances. There's a lot of things to know is the best way to navigate that. I don't want to make this video too long, but I hope you guys found value in that. I look forward to seeing you next week on the next step.